Okay, so I told you we would take a drive to the laundromat. So to the laundromat we head. Prepare for the bumps. I hope my phone doesn't bump right out of the holder. That would suck. But it's a slow go. We're passing our gate that we never shut anyway because we have an easement. We gave the guy up at the very top that keeps his cattle there an easement for our road. So there's no sense in closing the gate because he checks on his cattle usually twice a day I see him. Maybe every other day. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's twice a day. This is going over the culvert. Pretty smooth here until we get up to here. You have to just start slowing down again because of the bumps. This is the worst. Up until the mailbox is the worst. So, this is still our driveway. Like I say, when I used to have to walk to the curb to get my mail, some days I'd be like, oh shit. But nope, now this is where I have to go, to the mailbox. So once we make this turn, it's County Road. There's the mailbox. So now we're on County Road. You can see the difference. Although Riley, who moved across the land from us on the other side, he knows people. Like I think he just turned 25. But he knows everybody. Like Scott said, Riley, do you think, you could ask them to come out and fix the potholes on this road? Within a week, the potholes on this road were fixed. So, we have to come down this road. I wish I would trim the trees better, but we have to do it on our road again. We just did it probably about a month ago, maybe a little bit longer, but that's starting to grow back. That's one thing I'm looking forward to in the winter time, when it gets colder and all the leaves fall and everything, we can actually drive down and cut everything back for real, if that makes sense. So we're not going to Stillwell, so we're not making a right. We are making a left here, but we are not going the way we went yesterday. We're at the end of Town Mountain Road here. We would make a right. Today we're going to make a left. And some of my prettiest, there's a road that I just think is so pretty going to the laundromat. So I'll do my laundry first, and then I'll pick up Zeke. I know I'm going to cry, so, or maybe I won't. Maybe I've cried myself out. I don't know. I don't think so, because I still tear up. Every day, I tear up. It may only be for a minute. It may be a couple minutes that I need to rest, to let myself feel the sadness that I feel. I do miss them. And I find myself a lot of times when I'm calling the dogs in. I've been calling Bubby Zeke. You know, and he looks at me like I have 3 heads and I can't figure out why. Because I'm like, come on, Zeke, let's go. Bubby just looks at me like, Zeke's not here. And then I'm like, oh shit. Come on, Bubby. But my cat Simon, he sleeps at my head almost, well, every night really. And I know he's missing Zeke because him and Zeke have been buddies since I've gotten them. And I got them pretty close together. I had Simon first that I rescued, and then not much later after that. Well, yeah, maybe a year or so after I got Zeke, but it was just 2 of them for the longest time. And then a friend called me. She was a foster mother for kittens, and there was a kitten that looked like a cow, and that's a very long story behind that. And my daughter saw it, so I had to go get it. So then we had 2 cats. And then my girlfriend, who I adore, and I just adore her son, rescued, so there was kittens stuck in a sewer, and I believe they rescued all of them, but they didn't see this one. So Christine got it out of the sewer, and she was fostering it, but she has other cats too. And of course, my daughter was over there a lot because her son and my daughter are best friends. So yes, they sent me pictures, and she sent me pictures with Willow rolled over with her forepaws up and her belly, and her belly is what got me. And so now we have Willow, and Willow still is a mischief maker. She's her and Zeke, she would tolerate Zeke is what I'll say, and Zeke could care less about her. But like, you know, she would come face to face, actually nose to nose with Zeke and stare him down, and Zeke would be like, please girl. But she's still a mischief maker. She is definitely a night cat. She causes all of the commotion in the middle of the night. She has turned on the shower in the middle of the night by jumping into the tub and hitting the knob or the bar that turns the shower. And yeah, so, but she is, and she loves you on her own terms. She especially loves Scott. Now, I'm giving too much information, I know, but anytime Scott is sitting on the toilet, Willow is sitting on his lap. That's when she loves Scott. Don't understand it, but that's when she loves Scott. She torments him when he's working by getting into everything on his desk or getting onto the shelf next to his desk and knocking things down. And with me, I'm her playmate. Like, she'll roll over and want me to pet her belly, and then she'll pretend to scratch me, and you know. But Willow loves you on her terms. My Moo Moo, the one that looks like a cow, my Moo Moo, and yes, her name is Moo. She's just a love. She doesn't take change well. And she's the shyest one, so I was surprised. Last night she actually came up on the bed, I think because both of the dogs were on Scott's side against the wall and she didn't see him, so she jumped up on the bed and came and laid with me for a good half an hour and let me pet her and everything. She's a love bug though, like, she is a love bug. If I, back home, when we had a couch and I would sit on the couch and watch TV, or lay in bed there. She would come up and cuddle, and we would have all of the animals except Willow, who could care less. She was too busy running around the house in the middle of the night. But yeah, so that was those are our animals. And the Ginger, the brown dog, is a love, but she's, and I'm not exaggerating, the biggest whining dog I've ever heard in my life. She whines about she just whines. Like, she just whines. And she's weird because she needs to be wrapped up like a cocoon. Literally. You have to throw the blanket on top of her, and she does this little dance, and she wraps herself. I don't know how she doesn't suffocate, but she doesn't. She wraps herself up in a cocoon, and that's like her safety, I guess. And then at some point in the night, she comes out of it and lays in the crook of my legs. And Bubby usually used to sleep at the top, right between Scott and I on the pillow. But he's been sleeping in Zeke's spot. So once in a while he'll come and lay in his old spot, but usually he lays in Zeke's spot. Okay, so up here where yesterday we made the right, today we're making the left. And this is where the way I go to do my laundry. And the vet is this way as well. It's so funny because New Jersey is like the diner state. Like, so there's next to the laundromat is a diner, and not right next to it, but it's like right there. But we went to Riley Stad's one night, and we were talking to Riley, and I mentioned the diner. She says, "Oh my gosh, that's the best diner ever for burgers and shakes." So, Scott and I are like, all right, well, we'll give it a try. Yeah, they don't know what diners are out here. It was my smash burgers from Bubba Burger on the grill are better. And the milkshake is just an average milkshake. But around here, it's the best diner ever. But in his defense, New Jersey is like the diner place. Like, diner food in New Jersey is pretty good. Especially if you go to specific diners. So yeah. Alright, so the road that I'm going to turn on up here, I just love the scenery of this road. And this takes me about as long as it takes me to go to Stillwell. Maybe 3 or 4 minutes less. So this is, the direction we go. I mean, the time that it takes us for both drives, which is why I have cold bags for when I go grocery shopping and I want to bring cold stuff home, like ice cream. But also, Fayetteville, we would have, Fayetteville takes about 45 minutes to get to, which still isn't bad, because look at the drive. I mean, there's really hardly any cars around. It's not like, we hit, even in Fayetteville, there's traffic, but it's nothing like traffic in New Jersey. Look how beautiful this is. I can't wait. I hope the colors change here, because I absolutely love this part of the drive, like the covered trees and everything. I just think it's so pretty. And imagine when, if the leaves change. I hope, because that's my favorite time of the year. So, I'm hoping. So, my best friend since 4th grade, I'm not going to give too much information, but, if you could send him out some good juju and good vibes. He's in the hospital. He's been in for probably a week now, and I'm not sure when he's going to come out. But send him some good juju, because he's my BFF since 4th grade, and my secret keeper, and my best friend, and my protector, and my big brother, and so I need him well. And he's a new daddy. He's got a beautiful little girl and a beautiful wife. So yeah, just send out some good juju for my man. I don't mean my man, you know what I mean, like my man, like my BFF. So yeah, this drive is a pretty drive. Like there's a lot of scenery. And again, I don't see, you know what animal I see the most? And I only see it the most because it's always dead on the road. Sorry to say that. Are armadillos. I've never seen one like that wasn't dead. So I can't say I've seen an armadillo in real life because I haven't. They're usually dead on the road, which you would, I don't know. That's the animal I see most dead on the road here. And I did learn something. Riley taught me this. Driving, I've learned. You know, I usually just look ahead when I drive and my rear view mirror and my side view mirrors. But when we're driving in Arkansas, we look tree line to tree line. And I'll tell you what, it's worked because I've been able to see deer that I probably wouldn't have been able to see before it ran into the road, if that makes sense. So it's tree line to tree line that you look as you drive. And which I feel safe with because, again, I don't have to be checking my rear view mirror and my side view mirrors all the time because there's hardly any traffic. Not that I don't check it every once in a while, but not like I usually do, you know, when I was driving, you know. So, this is another long video, but I hope, again, that you're at least enjoying the view. And if you've watched it this long, you're awesome. There's no spectacular ending, so I can't say like watch to the end, because if I say watch to the end, you're going to see me pulling into the laundromat. And I do like, oddly, I do like this laundromat because number one, it's open 24/7, and number two, it's a pretty clean laundromat. I've never had to use a laundromat before, and our washer and dryer are still in storage. But see, that's a lot of traffic to me right there. but so I can't wait until we get our washer and dryer hooked up, or at least our washer. I'll hang the clothes, I don't care. But I'd like to be able to do my laundry at home, because actually that's one of my favorite things to do is laundry. Damn it, and I forgot my laundry basket because all my laundry goes in a bag as it gets dirty, and I usually bring a basket with me to put it in, but that's alright, it can go back in the bag. Yeah, so this laundromat is nice. And it's clean. That's what I was getting at. Except I hope, and I'm not trying to be mean, but one time I was there, this woman was there, an older woman, and she started a conversation with me, and I usually conversate with anybody. I could talk to anybody and have a nice conversation. Number one, I couldn't get a word in with this woman, and number two, her accent was so heavy that I honestly couldn't get a word that she said. I mean, I got, from what I took from literally the hour long of her talking, was that she got robbed. People don't like her. She needs to move. And her neighbor that she lives on the land with, I believe, is her ex-husband, and they fight all the time. That's it. I got nothing else from the conversation because I honestly could not understand a word. So I just shook my head yes, it was pleasant. So anyway, when I got home, I was telling Scott, because I like to just put on, like, I'll put on a movie or something and watch it on my phone while laundry's going. So I hadn't seen her for a while. The last time I went to do my laundry, she had pulled in and I saw her. And I immediately went to my truck, like I was talking to somebody on the phone, because it was one of those days where it was just going to be like, yeah, I can't do this today. And it wouldn't be bad if I understood what she was saying. I'm going to say, actually, I think this is longer than going to Stillwell, Oklahoma to do the liquor run and the grocery shopping, because it's going to be pretty close, pretty equal. We'll see at the end when I hit stop. And in fairness, was it coming out from Stillwell? I don't know. At one point, I was doing a live, that's what it was. And it got cut off. I don't know why it did, but it did. But it's pretty close. It's time-wise, it's pretty close. And I would actually be doing at least the speed limit here if I wasn't behind this truck. Like, alright, so we're almost at the laundromat, because around this curve you go. Oh, and I don't know if you remember, I was telling you guys about Harps is the big grocery store. It's like our ShopRite or our Acme. But they have a Harps, and the reason why I don't shop at Harps, believe it or not, is because I find the quality at the Walmart in Stillwell, Oklahoma better than the grocery store at Harps. The meats are fabulous, and I think because, like, it's, you know, everything is local. You know what I mean? Like, it's all local. Even Tyson has their factory here, so it's just the quality of meat. Like, it's a way different quality than the stuff at Walmart in New Jersey. And Harps just doesn't cut it. It doesn't have half of the stuff that I need usually. The meats are, I have not liked the meats at all. So to the left is Harps right there, and then this is the Lincoln Post Office. This is like the main post office if you need to change something. And to the left also is that America Diner. That's supposed to be the best around. Although, in defense, it doesn't say, it says America Drive-In, but they call it a diner, so I don't know. So I'm going to, oh, hello. Oh, that was close. I'm going to make my left here. I mean my right. Hello, Donna. And the laundromat is right here. So this is the laundromat. And we are here. So yeah, it's about a 4-minute difference between here and Stillwell, Oklahoma. So I'll check this out. About to do the laundry.